So I don't know if y'all have been able to check out Tyler Perry's new shows on BET. He has one called The Oval and he has one called Sistas. Now, listen, I love what Tyler Perry stands for. I support Tyler Perry. I want to support him as much as possible because he definitely is giving a lot of black actors and actresses work. But Tyler is going to have to do better. And that's coming from a loving place because these shows, ooh, child, they are not good. I'm sorry. I've watched for 2 weeks and I was like, okay, the first week, I'm just going to kind of let it play out. Then I watched it the second week. I watched it on Wednesday night and I was like, okay, all right, Tyler, that's enough. So first things first, we're going to talk about The Oval. Now, when I first saw The Oval, I'm looking at the first lady. I'm like, man, she looked familiar. Who is this? And I'm like, is that Erica from Love and Hip Hop? Is that Erica Dixon? Then I just realized, no, they just look very, very similar. So anyway, when I first tuned into it, I don't think Tyler means for this show to be funny, but it is hilarious. They start off the first episode with a knockout, drag out, what in the WWE Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling brawl between the first lady and the president. Okay. It's just one of those really over the top type of things that Tyler Perry likes to do. Like he has like soap opera-ish type shows. And then he just, it's kind of like where Scandal meets Dynasty. And it's just that insane. Okay. You got all of this stuff going on just in the first episode. Okay. So you got, First Lady Victoria and you got the president. Now, at first I thought to myself, why is Tyler Perry doing the whole white president, black first lady thing? I still don't kind of understand that, but it's cool. Then you have some of the other storylines with the cult mama. You know, that probably is for me, it was the highlight of the show. I know this show, like I said, is not meant to be funny, but it was hilarious where you got the mama in the cult and she calling for the baby and she clapping her hands, saying abracadabra in the cult pop. That was pure comedy for me. This show is far too comical, in my opinion, to be dramatic. I cannot find drama in this show. I'm trying to, and I know that's what Tyler Perry is going for, but it's just written so poorly to me. And that's one of the criticisms I've always had about Tyler Perry is that when he does his shows, his dramatic shows on TV, I feel like the storyline moves too fast. And I just feel like this is going too quick. Everything is just moving so rapidly. It's just hard for me to flesh out these characters. I just felt like he should have spent a little bit more time fleshing out the characters before he went into this. People, even in the second episode, I'm like, okay, slow it down. It was just too much in the first episode. And it was just too much. It was too much going on. There's so many different plots and so many different storylines. And in my opinion, none of them are believable. None of them. All right. And like I said, I've seen this from Tyler Perry before because I used to be a huge fan of If Loving You Is Wrong until it kind of went off the rails because it was just all over the place. And then, of course, the Have and Have Nots, which I tuned in for that show, I think for the first 3-4 seasons, and then I was kind of done. It was just too much for me. And then we have Sistas. Now, a lot of people are saying Sistas is a bootleg Girlfriends. I can see why people think like that, but I'm actually willing to give this show a little bit more of a chance than The Oval because I do want to see this show succeed, but I do hope that Tyler Perry, again, will slow it down with the characters. He needs to flesh out his characters a bit more before he gets right into the drama. I mean, he goes right for the jugular almost immediately when he does these shows, okay? I would have liked to have seen him like kind of show a bit more dynamic between the women before we start getting into everything with it. And it's the stereotypical kind of plots you see. You have the lawyer that is messing with a married man, and she just happens, the woman that is his wife just happens to roll into her office on the first episode, wanting to divorce her boyfriend, the lawyer's boyfriend, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say? Shit. It's just too much. It is just too much, and it was very kind of typical of what Tyler Perry does. So I was hoping that he would do something a little different, but he didn't. But I do have a little bit more hope for this show. Like I said, I just hope that he slows it down. And probably, get the girls a few more acting lessons. Because let's be clear, as much as I love to see these black actresses do their thing, the acting is just really bad. Like I said, I love that Tyler Perry has a platform. And I appreciate that he has a platform. And I appreciate that he's putting a lot of people to work, okay, in his studio, big studio, okay, but the content has got to get better, and that's, like I said, that's coming from a loving place for me, because I've been following Tyler Perry for a long time. And I think the reason why Tyler Perry does his shows in such dramatic fashion is because he's so used to that kind of stuff in his stage plays. But I really, really, really hope that Tyler Perry will soon understand that he doesn't have to follow the same formula. Stage plays are stage plays. They're meant to be crazy, outlandish. That's what you can do on the stage. But it does not translate well when you are trying to put it into an hour on a major network. You don't have to make your drama series like a stage play. And I think that's what he does. Because listen, Tyler Perry, for whatever criticism I can give him, he has always been loyal to his base, the people that put him on. And the people that put Tyler Perry on are the after church crowd. They go after church, they go watch one of his stage plays. And he's been very, very loyal. So if you've ever watched any of his shows, his drama series, any of that, you will see that they kind of all have the same kind of formula, right? You always have the very dramatic, over-the-top characters. He always goes for that. He always wants to kind of make people laugh, but also have a little drama in it, like a dramedy type of thing. But it's not translating well when you're trying to have a first family in the Oval Office. Like that show was crazy to me. It was too much going on. And if it was meant to be dramatic, I laughed the entire show, not meaning to. Hell, with the cult mom, like I said, I'm gonna follow this show just because I want to see the cult mama, like clap her hands and them, like, I just want to see that. I don't know what it is about that, but that was just funny as hell to me. But Tyler Perry, for all that he has, has got to get some new writers in there. I hear that he writes, he produces, he directs his shows. He wants to be completely directly involved in everything. But Tyler, as much as you're giving all these black actors and actresses jobs, you need to bring some more writers in. And that's just a critique of mine. Bring some new, fresh writers in here and try to hopefully get these shows back on track. Because right now, they're just not good. They're just not good. They're not. He is trying to take the stage play formula and apply them to a series on TV, and it's just not working. He should just go in a different route. This show, they have potential, but right now, the way they started off, I just think they're just both not that great. But like I said, I want to support Sistas because I really would like to see where this is going. I just do. I want to see where this is going, and I hope that it gets better. I hope that the acting improves on it. I do. But, like I said, I know Tyler Perry is very loyal to the people that put him on. I know that. And I respect that about Tyler Perry, that he loves, that's his audience, and he caters to that audience. But it's time to just branch out. If you're going to do bigger things like that, and there, you have a major network like BT giving you that kind of space to create content, I just think he could do better. I think he could do better, and that is get some more writers in there. Hire more writers and get the writing back on track, because right now the Oval is just crazy. It is so insane. you know, the first girl, the first daughter, everything was just too much for me. It was just too much. And it just reminds me of how Tyler Perry always had very extreme characters in his movies. It was always very extreme. If you had like the worst baby daddy, you had like the worst husband in in the what's that movie? Diary of a Mad Black Woman. You had the worst mother and Daddy's Little Girl. Like, he always has like these over the top characters in his shows, and he's just got to bring it down a notch and just flesh out the stories, and don't let them move too fast, because right now they're moving too quickly. They are just really, really moving too fast, and they're just not that great. And like I said, I'm coming from a place who I love Tyler Perry, I do, but he got to do better. If he's gonna keep people engaged, he got to do better. So, did you guys check out these shows? Tell me what you think about them, and I'll see you guys on the next video. But Tyler, please, child, shit. Bye, y'all.